What's up, everybody? It's 1 week post LA Marathon. A few things I want to talk about during my run. I want to talk about just my overall thoughts, having a week to process everything, and also why I felt like this was a really successful marathon. Let's get at it. So the LA Marathon was a week ago. I was able to run it with my best buddy James. We finished strong. Our final time was 4 hours, 16 minutes. Overall, it was a really fun time. It's a lot more fun and engaging to run with a friend. And because I wasn't personally focused on a specific finishing time, it really allowed me to enjoy the crowd that came out to support all the participants. So overall, great time. People ask me how long it took me to recover after the LA Marathon, and pretty much like the day after, it felt really good. I did a pretty easy 3-mile recovery run on Monday, and then on Tuesday I was back at it, and I was able to do a 7-mile run, and my legs felt pretty good still. Now, I attribute it to obviously consistency in running, putting in the miles for all the training sessions, whether the sessions being shorter, like during the peak of training, it's probably anywhere between 7 to 10 miles, and then longer runs ranging anywhere between 18 to 26 miles, all contributed to me being able to have really strong, resilient legs during the marathon and being able to recover quickly to get back to being active right after the marathon. But there's a lot more to it also. I attribute a lot of that strength and resilience to strength training. So I'm not going to really talk about knees over toes guys backstory too much, because he has a lot of content where he does talk about it, and I think it's definitely worthwhile for anyone who is interested in strengthening, rebuilding, and healing a lot of their joints that might have had some discomfort, pain, or previous injuries, because his story is so powerful. And I think what I love is just how genuine it is. And kind of like an introduction is that he had a lot of knee issues, and as a high school student athlete, he had a lot of knee surgeries, and further down the line, he found a system that really helped to not only strengthen those areas, but to bring healing and also cause him to gain strength and athleticism, which is incredible. So I started incorporating a lot of his workouts that he actually produces content on YouTube, and he posts on Instagram, all for free. He does have like a workout protocol that you could pay for, and I think definitely if I did have some severe knee injuries, I would purchase that program and follow it. And what I love is that I believe at the very base effort level, it's called zero, meaning there's no weight used, and it's all like body weight, and so much of the movements are very, and what I love, they're very safe, meaning like doesn't put you in a position to compromise those joints and areas to be re-aggravated or re-injured. So last year at the LA Marathon, I was dealing with pretty, I wouldn't say intense, but worrisome tightness in my left glute. And I was really afraid that like during the whole marathon, at some point, it would flare up, tighten up, and cause me to cramp, or maybe even lead to like a more severe injury. And luckily, nothing happened. I had a very clean run, and that was pretty much the end of it. But because I started incorporating all these exercises from knees over toes guy, so much of the movements really promote this compound movement to increase range of motion, but also strengthen all at the same time. And I really felt it during the run, where like my legs felt so strong and fresh, and that was very interesting. And I didn't really want to post too much about that before the actual marathon, because I didn't want to post like, oh, like knees over toes guy, this content is so good, everyone give it a try, and then come to find out like after the marathon's like, well, I either like cramped up or whatever happened. None of that happened, thankfully. So that's why I'm putting it out right now, where it's like, it really did help, it really did work. And I would say for anyone who does start incorporating these movements into their normal strength training, it is a little bit awkward, because whether you took weight training in high school or college, or went to a gym and took some like personal training sessions, or even as little kids doing PE, it's like we were always told to keep our knees right above our ankles if we're squatting, and that we should never have our knees protrude past our toes. That's how you can like get injured. And the interesting part about the whole knees over toes program, it's like it's very counter to this mentality. And the thought process is, instead of avoiding these areas that could potentially be a problem, and I'm using like quotes, it's better to do movements to strengthen those areas. And the amazing product of this, the byproduct, is like as you strengthen those areas, like other parts of your body, other parts of your legs start to get strengthened. So it's like, it is almost like, instead of like linear progression, you're getting a little bit of an exponential progression with one, range of motion, and also strength, two, for the strength. Overall, what a great race. A lot of fun. Felt strong, and felt strong enough where I decided to sign up to run the full OC marathon. And even though I had a really great time running the LA marathon, the actual like scenic route of it is pretty depressing and sad, whereas at the OC marathon, it's just epically beautiful. So I'm really stoked about that. And again, like, it's always good to try doing like really challenging things, because you just don't know like what rabbit hole you might fall down into, and you really just don't know like how far you can go. And it's always amazing to do things that brings a smile to your face because you accomplished something great. It's pretty cool to be able to do things that really show that you're amazing. So it's a really nice day. I'm gonna finish this run. I'll catch you all later. Peace.